everything. If I say John read a story on Sundays, we know that it is a habit and it is present. So it is easy to figure out the mistake, right? Because John is singular, read is a plural verb. So we have disagreement now between the singular subject and the plural verb that is totally incorrect. Very easy to figure out. Do we have such type of questions on SAT? Yes, but it is not that easy, of course. When it comes to SAT, we have such questions like what you see now. You do not expect the easiness of he play or he plays. No, we don't have that. Rather, to make it a bit difficult for the students, we write the subject here, he, then like a prepositional phrase, a non-essential clause, essential clause. These are pillars. And you find the verb after like 3 lines, maybe, so you get distracted. If you cannot figure out the main subject of the main verb, you will feel lost. So this is the only point. All of us know that he takes singular. But what makes students err on SAT is that they do not find the subject directly placed before the verb. This is the point. So how can we answer the subject-verb agreement questions? So easy. Make the sentence simple. Get rid of the distractors. What are the distractors? The prepositional phrases, the non-essential clauses, the essential clauses, beginning with that, and we will see all of that, of course. So as a general rule, we say singular subject takes singular verb. You know that, of course, all of you. Plural subject takes plural verb. That is easy, self-explanatory. The singular verb ends in S, so reflects is a singular verb. Some students, unfortunately, think that if any word ends in S, it is plural. This is for nouns only. When it comes to verbs, if the verb ends in S, it is 100% singular. So reflects is singular. Take that into consideration, please. A plural verb does not end in S. So reflect is a plural verb. You will never find the main subject in a prepositional phrase. You will never find the subject in a non-essential clause. A non-essential clause would begin most of the time with which always introduces a non-essential clause. Who can introduce non-essential clause sometimes, essential clauses other times. It depends on the meaning, how important the piece of information is. Anyway, we have general rules. If you are asked about the main verb of the sentence, step 1, figure out the subject, please. So we have rules now. You will not find the subject in a prepositional phrase. You will not find the subject in a non-essential clause. Give me an example of a prepositional phrase. Who can give me an example of a prepositional phrase, guys? You know, I know like the toll of the summer vacation, so it won't be a big surprise if someone says, I do not know. If you can give example of a prepositional phrase, raise hand, please. I believe you know. Prepositional phrase is made up of a preposition plus a noun, like on the table, in the bag, on the table, in the bag. That's it. That's so easy, actually. So this is a prepositional phrase. like on the table. So the word table can never be the subject of the main verb. This is the trick of the test maker on SAT. Prepositional phrases, non-essential clauses are usually inserted between the subject and verb to distract you. So instead of saying Mr. Ihab writes, it's so easy now. If you ask your younger sibling, he or she would be able to answer that easily. But you are SAT-oriented students, so do not expect that at all. We write Mr. Ihab, then essential clause, prepositional phrase, maybe any other filler, and after like 3 lines, the verb. That is to distract you. Well, I will write an example now, and I hope you can answer it. On the bank of the river, blank, 2 buildings. Answer choice A is extend. Answer choice B is extends. Take into consideration that this is plural verb and this is a singular verb. So how can we answer this question? First, the most important step is to figure out the subject, to choose the suitable verb. If the subject is singular, go for a singular verb. If the subject is plural, go for a plural verb. Send the answer in the chat box. On the bank of the river, blank 2 buildings. Yusuf, correct answer, Ziad. Wrong answer, Ziad. Raise hand, Ziad. I hope you are Ziad Muhammad. Ziad, raise hand. Switch on the microphone, Ziad. Let's discuss it with you.
Yes,
Farah,
sir.
excellent, Farah. So Ziad, you say that the answer is extends the singular, right?
Yeah.
What is the subject of the verb?
Buildings.
Buildings, but buildings is plural. If it is buildings, it must be extend.
Yeah.
So you say now that the subject is buildings, right?
Yes.
Oh, so you change your mind now, right?
Yeah.
All right, all right. Farah, raise hand if you please. Some students are a bit shy, no problem. See, guys, this is the inversion case. The inversion case. English is SVC language, subject, verb, complement. So the subject, then the verb. What do we have now? We have verb first, the verb, then the subject. How come? I cannot say bank is the subject because bank is part of a prepositional phrase on the bank. So my subject cannot be in a prepositional phrase. I cannot say that the subject is river because river is part of the prepositional phrase of the river. So this is incorrect. Then I have verb now. The subject follows. So the subject is buildings. I didn't find my subject before, then the subject is after. Buildings is the subject, buildings is plural. So the answer is A. What do we call this? When the verb comes before the subject, this is inverted subject case. The inverted subject case. Another example, can I decide whether to write is or are now? There is or there are? I cannot, of course. I need the noun that comes after. It can be there is or there are, it depends. There is a boy, because boy is singular. There are boys. So this is a kind of inversion as well. Back to the rules. See, compound subjects are always plural, you know that. Singular, singular, joined by and equals plural. So Ali and John are, of course. Gerunds are singular. Gerunds are singular. Who can answer this one now? Loving all colors. Is or are? Raise hand if you. Loving all colors. Is or are? Yusuf Ihab,
Yes, Mister.
go ahead.
Is
Why? We have colors
because
here.
what?
We have the word colors.
But colors not not countable, uncountable.
No, it is countable. But why you say is the best answer?
Yes, because here all colors here prepositional phrase.
It is not. It is not. Your answer is correct, but the explanation is not comprehensive. So let's take the explanation of Muhammad Abbas. Thank you so much, Yusuf. Go ahead, Muhammad.
Yes, sir. It's is because colors is plural.
Because colors is plural, we take is. How come?
No, we take are because color is plural.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Who else? Ziad. What do you think, Ziad?
Yes, sir.
The answer
Okay,
is,
colors is plural, so I think it's or.
well, guys, the answer is, of course. Is the answer. Because the subject is loving. Loving all colors. This is a gerund phrase. Gerund. The gerund is singular, regardless of the plural nouns within this gerund. We don't give a hoot to the plural nouns within. Still, it is a gerund phrase. As long as it begins with a gerund, it is singular. So loving all colors is. Studying all subjects is. Take that into consideration. You know the gerund, guys, that is a verb form that ends in ing. I hope you know that. Like loving, studying, writing, eating. So it begins with a gerund, it is singular. Collective nouns on SAT are always singular. For example, the word team is a collective noun. In the language handbook of the school, you have two cases for the collective nouns. It can be singular, it can be plural, it depends on the activity, it depends on whether we deal with the noun as one unit or not. No, on SAT, all collective nouns are always singular. We say team is. Team is. That, what, or whether as a subject. Pay attention. If the sentence begins with that or what or whether, then the verb must be singular. See? That I like all subjects. Is or are? These are the tricks of the test maker of SAT. You see the word subjects, you say, oh, wow, that is super easy. Or that is totally incorrect. You have to read carefully. We have rules. So as long as the first word is that, so it must be singular. That I like all subjects is a fact for me. That I like all subjects is, not are. Well, this important rule. Some, more, most, all. Some of it blank. Some of the chapters blank. Pay attention because this is an exception. When it comes to some, the subject here, it can take singular or plural. Then how can we decide? So easy. If some is followed by a preposition, in this case, followed by a preposition, just look at the object of preposition. If the object of preposition is singular, it takes singular. If the object of preposition is plural, it takes plural. That's it. So easy. Here, it, then the answer is, of course. The object of the preposition here is the word chapters. Then the answer is are. Some of the chapters are. So some is the subject, but we cannot decide from the word some only whether it takes singular or plural. We need the object of preposition in this case. Another case now, the case of neither. Send the answer, neither of the students. This is another case, guys. Neither of the students is or are. Singular, plural. Send the answer. Neither of the students all of you send the answer if you please. Yusuf, I have you answered it correctly. Ziad, excellent, Ziad. Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah. Not correct, Muhammad. Wadia, that is incorrect. So easy, guys. See, the word neither and the word either of the students. I give you an easy rule now. Do you see the word or nor? The answer is no, I do not see them. Then neither and either are always singular. Neither, either are always singular. So the answer is. But if you see or nor, or nor, see now, neither Ali nor my friends is or on. So easy. Now you are confused a little bit because you see nor, but the answer is, this is subject A, this is subject B. The verb must agree with the nearer subject. So my friends are. If I change the order, the answer will change. See, neither my friends nor Ali. The answer now is. Why? Because the verb must agree with the nearer subject. That is the rule of neither and either. If you do not see or nor, you choose singular with neither and either, okay? If you see nor or, you have two subjects. Subject before, subject after. The verb must agree with the subject after, the nearer to the verb. And this is the rule explained here. Neither singular, either singular. But if I see or nor, I gotta be careful. The verb agrees with the nearer subject. Subject A or B, B, of course. We have something to memorize. When I see the expression, the number is, the number of the students is, but a number of students are. You have to memorize that as it is. Any is always singular, none is always singular. So we explained the rules quickly. Let's practice now. Send the answer of this one. Quickly, guys. Excellent, have more than perfect. Who else? Is it difficult, guys? Excellent, Ziad. Thank you. What is the subject? What am I talking about? I'm talking about ideas. Ideas is the subject. It is plural. So I gotta choose a plural verb, which is have. Have. I will not find my subject in a clause beginning with that. Here we go. Send the answer of the second one. Quickly, guys. So we move now from the easy level to the difficult level till we get to the sad questions. But we are paving the way now to the sad questions. Excellent, Wadia. There is or are, I cannot decide because there can take is or are. But here I have the word examples. Then it is plural, or is the answer. Send the answer of this one now. Thank you so much. Great, guys. Here, comma and. So I start a new clause. The subject of this clause is the word jar. This is the subject. Jar is singular. So it is the has. I do not take that into consideration because this is a prepositional phrase. Right? The word each is always singular, and neither is always singular. Excellent, Wadia. So each singular has neither of the candidates. We explained this rule, I believe. So as long as you do not see nor with neither, then it is singular. Excellent, Yusuf. Excellent, Farah. So it is wants. Neither of the candidates wants. Okay. Let's get to the set questions. Let's see. Or we can just do 5 of these to be ready. Number 1, send the answer, all of you. Wow, guys, great. Thank you. Yeah, I do not take that into consideration because this is a prepositional phrase. The subject is participants. Participants is plural where? Number 2. Excellent, more than perfect. Yusuf, Farah, correct answer. It is not about answering correctly only. It is about answering correctly and fast. Hamad Abbas, correct. Wadia, correct. Well, here we go. Very easy. Habit indicates. Habit is singular, right? Habit is singular. Okay, number 3, guys, in the answer. Wow, guys, you're doing a wonderful job. Excellent. All of you answered it correctly, almost, I guess. No one else. Criminals lead, because criminals, plural, lead, plural verb, more than perfect. Number 4, quickly, guys, because we have a reading passage. Thank you. All of the answers sent are correct. Bunny is singular. Boyfriend singular, but joined by and equals plural. Singular, singular joined by and equals plural, then like. Well, because we are running out of time, so we skip. That is a sad question now. But before we do it, I'll ask you to decide whether what I write is correct or not. Ali, written a story. Is it correct? Is it correct, guys? Ali written a story. How? Okay, so we all agree now that it is not correct. Why? Because it doesn't contain a verb. No verb, by the way. Some students will say, what? How come? That is a verb. No. This portion is with no verb phrase. That is not a verb phrase. This is past participle. It is not a verb phrase. Who can correct it, guys? We can say Ali wrote. What else? Keep written as it is and correct it by adding something, maybe. Excellent, Farah Arafat. Excellent. Ali has written, or Ali had written. More than perfect. This is correct, but the first one is not. This one now. So we say here, the past participle only with no helping verb before creates a fragment. It cannot be a verb phrase. So this is wrong. For now, guys, figure out the mistake if there is. Jennifer scoring a goal. Is it correct or not? And if not, figure out the mistake. Jennifer is scoring a goal. Do we have main verb here? No. Great, guys, great. So pay attention because we have some terms in SAT. When we see this, we say that this is a fragment. Scoring will create a fragment because scoring is not a verb. There is no verb here, of course. To make this correct, I can add helping verb before scoring. I can add am, is, are, was, where. It can be if there is a helping verb, but now it is a fragment. It does not give meaning at all. This is called the present participle. The present participle only with no helping verb before cannot stand as the main verb of the sentence. Take that into consideration. Now you're ready? Send the answer of this sad question. 40. Feel comfortable. And for now, send the answer correctly, even if it takes time from you, no problem. What can be the answer? Step 1, figure out the subject. Step 2, choose the verb that matches with the subject. Good, Yusuf. Farah, excellent, Farah. Wadia, thank you, great. See, guys, this must take like almost 5 seconds during the trial time. 5. When the students send the answer, the correct answer after like 40 seconds or something, I say count it wrong for yourself. They say, Mr. Ihab, we chose the correct answer. I say, no, it is the correct answer, but the estimate time for that is 5 seconds. You took 40 seconds. We need the 35 seconds for another question. So you've got to decide what is the subject. Students. Students plural. Bye-bye has, bye-bye scores, because both are singular and my subject is plural. A, C are wrong. I'm between B and D. B is plural, correct? And the D is nothing. D is creates a fragment. If I choose D, it will be students scoring. Remember the mistake we explained moments ago? It cannot be correct because there will be no verb. I need helping verb before. But this present participle only, verb ending in ing with no helping verb before, it cannot make the sentence stand alone. So it will create a fragment, then D is wrong. Question 3, go ahead. Wadia, excellent Wadia. Farah. Correct answer, Farah. Yusuf, more than perfect. Ziad, wrong answer. Well, here we go. Pay attention, please, guys. That is so easy. What is the subject? See? Very easy. The subject, I must read the writing question. I read from the beginning of the sentence. This trend, and I have here non-essential. Didn't I say that you will not find the subject in non-essential? Make the sentence simple, easy for you. This is non-essential between 2 commas, so make like that, please. You end up with having a trend has or have. Trend is singular. So then bye-bye, be and C, because this is plural, this is plural. Between A and D now. Has will be the subject of trend. If I say this trend has, then I have subject with its verb. So has will be the verb of trend. Then A is correct. Singular subject, singular verb. What would occur, Ziyad, if I choose D? A catastrophe in English. You will create a fragment. Has, Ziyad, has will be the verb of which. So I will still search for a verb for trend. Now has belongs to which. Has led belongs to which. Then what verb belongs to trend? Read, you will not find any verb. Then if you choose D, you will create a fragment because your subject will not have a verb. Of course, this trend which has led some to claim that librarianship is in decline as a profession is a fragment. It cannot stand alone because it does not contain a verb for the main subject trend. Did you get it, Ziad? Raise hand if you got it. Well, here we go. I give you a row. When you are tested in a verb after which, that, who, and you have verb here, the test maker wanna test you. So your subject now is the word which, the word that, the word who. You gotta ask one question. What this which refer to, what this that refer to, what this who refer to. If this which can refer to singular or plural, right? That can refer to singular or plural. Who can refer to singular and plural, right? So ask, what do you refer to which? Most of them refer to the word that comes directly before. So see, if you have, for example, here, book, then I need singular. Box, then I need plural. That's it. This is the rule of which, that, who at the middle of the sentence. For example, here I have which at the middle, and then the verb. So your task now is easy. Do the steps, please. So you say which refers to which word, and you decide whether it is singular and plural, waiting for your answer. Here we go. You think it's a bit difficult? Answer no. Well, guys, it's difficult for you. It's difficult because we ask about the subject verb agreement within a clause. There is within a clause. See, guys, see, this is which now, followed by a verb. Then this is considered as a subject, which refers to employee absenteeism. So I'm talking about absenteeism. Absenteeism is singular. If it is singular, I choose a singular verb. I choose a singular verb. Okay, easy. Then A is correct. A is correct. Another one. Well, 15. This, yeah. Send the answer in the chat box. Excellent, Yusuf. Ziad, correct answer. More than perfect. More than perfect. Well, thank you. Correct answer. So let's make it simple. I have here non-essential clause, first comma, second comma. You will not find the main subject in a non-essential clause. Make it easy for you. Make it simple for you. So now it is a grade 4 question. These Harvey houses, plural, of course. Houses, plural. I need plural answer choice. Then A eliminated, C eliminated. Which is correct now? I have plural here, plural there, of course, B, because I'm talking about houses. So where, for, there is plural as well. But we have a trick here for hasty students. If you are hasty, you say where is good as well, but we have a defect here, we have a mistake. How we are talking about houses, plural, and we chose where, plural verb, and then we go for its? No, it must be for there, because we are talking about houses, not a house. Well, the helicopter view or the big picture technique is to focus on the big points. Skip description. We don't like description on SAT. For example, this is a literature passage, right? Taken from a novel or a short story. Most of the novelists, writers tend to describe. When they describe, you reader visualize. So you enjoy what they write. So when you read that, you feel that you see everything is fine. I visualize everything. I'm now in the 18th century. I enjoy the vibes, right? So, okay, but on SAT, we have a task. We are not here to enjoy. We are here to get the best score. So if you get lost in details, you are on the wrong way, of course. Those who were able to get high score applied the helicopter view. We need the big picture. For example, not all of what you read is important, of course. This is the first paragraph. See now how we deal with the first paragraph. Alcazar restaurant, this is a literature passage, so the setting is important. This is Alcazar restaurant. What do we notice now? If I, by the way, if I do not highlight the thing, it is not important. I highlight the important stuff only. What do we see now? The address where the Alcazar restaurant located. Do we ask questions like where on SAT? No. Do I ask you where is Alcazar restaurant located? Never. You will never find such trivial questions. Of course, it is not on SAT. So the address is not important. Was on Sheridan Road is not important at all. Near Devon Avenue, I go on describing the address. Pay attention. It was long and narrow with tables. What do I have now? Description of the restaurant, not important at all. The next sentence begins with a decoration. Decoration of what? The decoration of the restaurant. It is not important. I need the incident that occurred in the restaurant. What occurred in the restaurant? What happened? I'm looking for the conflict. I'm looking for the main idea, the big idea. Yeah, okay, I know now that the setting is a restaurant. So we don't give a hoot to the description. All of that, the description, guys, the decoration was arte moderne, except for a series of murals depicting what? Not important at all. And this will make big difference in the way you read any text in the reading section. If you ask your mind to remember every single word you read, believe me, you need 3 days to do the SAT reading section. It can't be. You have to memorize only the important parts. So I have to memorize that. The setting is Alcazar restaurant. Thank you. I don't give a hoot to the description of the restaurant. This sentence now, Laimi sat down. So this is important because I'm introduced with the main character, Laimi. Sat down. He is sitting down in a restaurant. What he is doing now? He is having the dinner. So, okay, I know that the main character is called Laimi was sitting down in the restaurant, a valuable piece of information. The history book, this is very important as well. I ask you now to read silently from the word which to the word tears. Silently, and tell me what you understood. What is that about? Silently, guys. 15 seconds only to skim that. Well, if you got to the conclusion that we are describing the same thing, we didn't add anything new to the most valuable piece of information, then you are right. What do we talk about here? We are talking about the history book, right? Which he broke against the glass. Sugar bowl had been used by others before him. Blank pages. Pages of what? Of the book. I describe the pages of the book. Is description important in the literature passage? No. Skip description. Skip description. Blank pages. I describe now the blank pages. I don't give a hoot to that. See, maps, the pictures, things like that. On nearly every other page, I still describe the pages. Nothing important. Page 177. What? This is nonsense. From line 1 to line 18, believe me, I have 3 pieces of information only. If you got to this technique, you will know that we are talking about a restaurant, main character, Laime, history book. You are not asked to know anything else. You just need to be on a helicopter, looking at a passage as a third person now. Do not get lost in details. So the first paragraph from line 1 to line 18 gives me 3 pieces of information. If I ask you now to answer a question, a specific question, would you be able to do that? For example, this question, guys. Asking about the first paragraph only. Yeah, here we go. Question 2. It asks only about the first paragraph. Give it a try and we will explain it. فرح عرفات, excellent فرح. Muhammad Abbas, correct answer, Muhammad. This is the monster, guys, you know, of reading. Reading is not difficult at all, believe me. It is easy. Wow, guys. Do not be afraid. What if you send a wrong answer? Would we shoot you? No. We explain why it is wrong, why another answer choice is correct. That's it. Ziad, switch on the microphone, Ziad.
Yes, sir.
So you say introduce the passage's main character, right? That is correct. We have Laimi here, and Laimi is the main character. True. By, go on reading, please. By
showing his nightly habits.
What are his nightly habits stated in the first paragraph? You got it?
Yeah.
So second part, correct. One word can make the whole answer choice wrong. So if you feel that the answer choice is okay, go on reading till the period. Read from the first word to the last word of the answer choice, because this is one common type of the wrong answers, which is half right, half wrong, and it is designed for the hasty students. They read the first part of the answer choice, they decide it is correct, then they choose it. No, you may find the word that makes the answer choice wrong as the last word in the answer choice. So the second part correct, of course. Most of you chose the correct answer, guys. C, convey the passage's setting by describing a place. Did we describe a place? Of course. We have here the setting, the place, Alcazar restaurant. We described it, even we provided the reader with the address, with the description of the decoration even. So that is a description. So we are fine with that, describing a place. Describing an object. Did we describe an object? Of course, the object in the book. And we even described the pages of the book. We said that there was like maps, things like that. And we talked about a specific page even, page 177. So every single word in answer choice C is correct, right? Here we go. So from the big picture, the helicopter view, I could manage to answer a question. Just no looking to this paragraph and asking, you paragraph, what do you talk about? Give me the essence, the core. Do not explain, do not elaborate. What are you talking about? I have 3 points: Alcazar restaurant, the place, history book, object, something. And I have main character mentioned in one sentence. Mentioned in one sentence. Limey sat down. You see it now. Super easy, right? I give you another question now to see how easy is that. Question 3 in line 37. This is an example of a specific question. And this is line 37. And this is an important tip for you. When the test maker tells you that go read line 37, never read line 37 only. So what should I read now? Read from. This is general, not for this question only. Take like 2 lines before, 2 lines after. 2 lines before, 2 lines after. So do not follow the instructions of the test maker as they are given. He just tells now that you have to go to line 37, and we have the word because, then I wanted the explanation of something, the reason, then I need to figure out the context. That's it. So let's go to line 37 now. This is 37. As we are introduced, where is, yeah, here 37. He was through eating. It can reasonably be inferred that Irma, the waitress, thinks Limey is through eating. Why? Why? This is a question that tests your understanding because it is about inferences. So there is a thinking question. We say, please read the surrounding lines. Read the surrounding lines, at least from the beginning of the sentence. Read from the word when to the word, okay, we are fine with that, her, and you will send the correct answer. Go ahead. If you figure out the answer, just send it in the chat box, waiting for you. Wadia. Okay, thank you so much. Excellent, more than perfect. This is the difficult reading, guys. See? Very easy. Farah. Excellent, Farah. More than perfect. Wow, guys, I'm really, thank you. More than perfect. So here, yeah, he was through eating. So logically, when Limey put down his fork, she thought he was through eating, but he stopped her, right? So why she thought that? Because he put down his fork. Very easy. Well, guys, so the answer is C. She did that because Limey was no longer holding his fork. Well, I ask you now. This is number 4. The party of 4. In this paragraph, guys, I have party of 4. I change the color. Party of 4. The question, Limey's primary impression of the party of 4. So I need now the main character's impression about the party of four. So I have here party of four, 2 men and 2 women. See, guys, 2 men and 2 women. Yeah. So we have description here of the men and women. If you read quickly, if you skim quickly, you find description of the men and women. But we do not ask about that now. We ask about Laimi's impression about them. Laimi was reading a book, and I ask you to read or skim this paragraph quickly to figure out Laimi's impression about the party of four. When you get to the answer, send it. Skim quickly. Skim means skip description of men and women. If I have description of the table, skip it. Of the walls, things like that, skip all of that. The helicopter view now, guys. So I know that we have party of four. We do not ask about the description of the four, the 2 men and 2 women. I ask about the reaction of someone, the impression of Laimi. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Okay, you chose A, right? All of you, that the party of four are noisy and distracting. Who can provide me with the evidence? What is your evidence from all of what you see? I make it difficult now. All of what you see, that the party of four were like noisy and distracting. How did I know? Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, sir.
Hi. Go ahead.
Sir, here I think it's A because, as we can see in line like 55, Limey skips two whole pages because of the women's voices and laughter.
More than perfect. Yeah.
Thank you,
Excellent.
sir.
Thank you. See, guys, here I say they laughed more than there seemed any occasion for. While they were deciding between Sumatran cocktail, their laughter was too loud, annoying. But it was the women's voices, the terrible, not quite pitch of of the women's voices, which caused Laimi to skim over 2 whole pages without knowing what was on them. That is the effect of their laughter that was too loud. So yeah, more than perfect. Well, guys,